In this video, I'll be going over my July 2025 income report with Amazon KDP. So first, let's start with ads. I actually haven't run ads since 2023 so far, really just due to like not having the extra time and finances to run or devote to ads right now. I just have a lot going on currently. And if you're new to the channel, thank you, welcome. If you're not new and you notice I haven't posted for a little while, I've been dealing with some personal health issues and just trying to recover. I am still on the mend, but hoping to be feeling better soon and hoping to get back into posting videos more consistently. But yeah, so moving on to my actual orders, or before I go to orders, I do want to add that my spend is actually around like $90 or something like that. I'm not really sure how to use this new campaign manager area. Like I went to all campaigns and trying to change this, but my spend is a little under $100, more in like the $90 range. So I'm not really sure how to fix that or if I'm doing something wrong, but just to be transparent with that. For my orders for July 1st to July 31st, 2025 with Amazon KDP, I got 80 orders. So I don't run ads. I don't really do any sort of advertising. I have like a few videos occasionally on my channel about my books. Sometimes I might share on social media or like with friends and family. But for majority of the time, I'm really not advertising right now. So these are all basically passive income. And I'm really happy about that. No complaints or anything like that, especially since I haven't been feeling too well. Um, Around like August and September, I haven't been feeling the best. I'm really happy to have this sort of extra income to at least like just have to help pay bills and things like that. So I'm very grateful for any sort of extra income. So for royalties, it's $186.96. And I'll get into like what books actually sold and more information like that. So my highest amount of books sold, we'll start there, is going to be 7. Looks like for July 1st to July 31st, 2025, looks like 7 on July 15th and July 17th. Lowest day, July 5th and July 11th and July 31st at 0. And then for royalties, highest day July 15th, over $20 in the day, which is like really, really cool. And then, or in my opinion, it's really cool. And then July 5th and July 11th and July 31st, 0. So it definitely varies quite a lot, and that's normal. At least for me, that's pretty normal. And I think for a lot of people, it probably is too, where KDP might vary. And then I do have 270 books currently in my dashboard. However, 23 books sold during July 1st, 2025 to July 31st, 2025. So if I do the 23 books, that is about, let me see, about 8.5%. Just doing it on the calculator really quick. So I think typically around 10% of your books most of the time like sell on KDP. I think that's what a lot of people tend to say or use. So I'm kind of on par for that. And what books actually sold for me. So my biggest seller right now are craft paper pads, scrapbook paper books. So majority of those sold for me for July 1st, July 31st, 2025. And then I also had 2 notebooks sell and then 2 coupon books that sold, like 2 different ones. I don't know the actual amounts for each of them. So that's 4 of them that are not the scrapbook paper, craft paper pad category for this income report, but the rest are that category. So majority are from the scrapbook paper, craft paper pad. I have so many videos on that in case you're interested in checking those out. And then for my top 10, 64 out of 80. Again, I think 9 out of the top 10 are these scrapbook paper, craft paper pad, and then I think one in the top 10 is a coupon book. I believe so. Um, I did just look at that right before the video, but regardless, just give you an idea, um, majority of the sellers that I have are the scrapbook paper, craft paper pad, and then I do have those 2 coupon books and then the 2 notebooks. Definitely gonna vary on like what niche you want to do depending on your interests and everything like that. This is just what is working for me right now. And I haven't created any books recently either. I mean, I've just really been not feeling well, unfortunately. And I actually was out of work for a bit as well, and I'm still trying to recover. So It's just taking a little bit, so thank you all for bearing with me. And then for royalties, the top 10 is $155.89 and 186.96, and I think this top 10 is very similar to the orders. Just to give an idea on that. So like you don't need to have hundreds of books to make money with Amazon KDP. You really only need one book. There's people who have made way more money than me with just one book. There's people who might have possibly have more books and made less. Like it really doesn't technically matter what books you have, like how many you have. It matters what books you have. It matters the quality, what your niche is, whether or not you're running ads, and everything like that. So I just don't want anybody to be discouraged if they don't have over 200 books. You can still make money without having over 200 books. You can make way more money than me um, with just one book. So like in general, just way more money than the 186.96. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this, and just really grateful for any sort of extra income. And I'm gonna go back over to the campaigns area just to show a little bit more information here. So I actually didn't stop the campaigns because they weren't doing good or anything like that. If I scroll over here, so I was running I'm pressing buttons. There we are. I was running a sketchbook and a scrapbook paper ad campaign for the most part. So you can see the different spend here. And I do have some older campaigns, but I didn't really run them very long. This main scrapbook paper one is like majority of where I spent all my money. So the ACOS for the sketchbook was 15.97%, but the ACOS for the scrapbook paper was 10.92%. You can see the spend here, like 146 and 84.52. So the ACOS really was not bad. Sales 774.16 and then 914. And the scrapbook paper one was definitely doing pretty well, and um, I felt like I was starting to figure out ads and everything like that, but really I was checking them like 3 or 4 times a day, trying to adjust things or just trying to make sure I wasn't losing money, and it was just like really stressful and overwhelming. And I haven't run them since 2023 so far, and really like I'm just trying to just manage right now at this point. Honestly, I'm just trying to keep up on videos and everything like that, and I just don't really have the extra bandwidth to be checking ads multiple times a day. So that's really the main reason why I'm not running them. It's not because they weren't successful or like I don't like them or anything like that. I think I just want to explain that because I don't want anyone to think that I'm completely against ads or anything like that. I really just don't have the extra time to like devote to them right now, where I feel like if I'm spending money on ads, like I need to have that extra time and be able to really make sure I'm following them. And that's just me personally. I don't claim to be an ad expert or anything like that. Everyone does them differently. So just wanted to explain that a little bit more. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with my like KDP income report for July 1st, 2025 to July 31st, 2025. And I really appreciate you all being so understanding and patient. I really, really appreciate that. Um, and if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please feel free to put the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them whenever I might be able to. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I hope that you have a great day.